I'm going to be going through some combustion testing with you and everything. We got our combustion analyzer there. I also have personal CO alarm. Anytime you're doing any type of combustion testing, whether it's worst case or just doing a combustion analysis, you should have one of these for your personal protection on. Doing the combustion analysis on this here and stuff, I'm going to start off with the hot water tank at its lowest BTU appliance. So I'm going to fire this off. And my analyzer is already warmed up and ready to go here. On this one side, I'm lucky. I've got a hole in right there where I can get right down into the fire tube on this water heater. This other side here, I'm going to kind of have to hold it and angle it up. And what I want to do there is wait till this thing reaches steady state, or approximately about 5 minutes, to take my reading. I know in NFPA 54, BPI standards and everything, they want you to take the reading at 5 minutes of main burner operation. Either that or pay attention to the stack temperature, and when stack temperature starts leveling off, that's when it's reached steady state. So. And as we can see here, we got an oxygen reading here of about 5.40 CO. This first reading here on the CO is the CO as measured. It's 0. The CO with the little O in parentheses is CO air free. And that one's actually 0. So that's telling me this hot water tank is burning really efficiently. Alright, this stack temp's leveled off here fairly good. I'm going to go ahead and hit hold on this. And look at my readings there. I got an oxygen reading there of about 5.3%. Basically, on an atmospheric appliance there and stuff, I'm looking for a reading there between 5 and 10 on that. CO is 0, so it's perfect. I've got a copy out of the annex here of the NFPA 54 here, which gives you CO readings in air-free measurements. And if we look at a water heater on this here and stuff, it says 200. So we're at 0, so we're good on this side. But with a hot water tank, we want to get a reading on both sides of the baffle in here. So I've got to go over to this other side here now and try to get a reading. It's not uncommon for these things to vary from side to side, depending on whether the burner's a little cockeyed in there or has some dirt down on one side of it or whatever. So I'm still kind of noticing here, my CO is still 0 on this. The stack temperatures went up a little bit here on this, which has affected my efficiency. My O2 still in really good shape on that. So, yeah. Basically now I can go ahead and hit hold on that, record my readings. Nice thing about this backer rack there and everything there, there's actually an app there where you can download the readings on that instead of using a printer and actually email that to yourself. So now I'm going to turn this hot water tank off, and I'm going to get ready to fire my furnace off here on this. Good thermostat, turn it on. battery's starting to get low in my personal CO detector, so. And basically what I want to do here is wait until this fires off. I notice this door's not quite on here correctly, so I'm going to go ahead and put this door on. Again, I want to take a reading there of approximately 5 minutes after main burner operation. I don't necessarily want to stick my dark probe in there right away on fire off on a lot of appliances, because normally you get a big high burp of CO there coming off the initial fire up of the appliance. And with your CO sensor and these analyzers here and stuff, the more CO they see there, the less life they're going to have. And possibly the more frequent you're going to have to get them calibrated. And with this here, it doesn't really matter if you've got that pointed up in the air or down. We're reading the flue gases, not the pressure in the vent, so it doesn't really matter what direction that's in. And just so everybody knows, this analyzer is working correctly, because now I'm actually getting the CO reading here on this furnace. And with this 80 plus furnace, I'm looking for a stack temperature here between 300 and 450 degrees on this. And that hot water tank there, I was looking between 300 and atmosphere. I'm thinking 475, so I'd have to check that to make sure. So. We can see here, CO's climbing up here pretty good already. The oxygen reading there is at 8.9. I'm looking for an oxygen reading between 6 and 9 ideally on this. In our standards, we're allowed between 4 and 9. And according to the NFPA 54 there too, central furnace there and stuff's allowed 400 parts per million air free on that. So I'm not anyways near close to that level yet on this. I still have a little bit more CO than what I'd like to see coming out of this. I'd like to see this closer to 0 than I would up in the hundreds as measured or 200s air free. And it's still continuing to want to climb here. Nice thing about this 80 plus furnace, you only got to take one reading in there. You're just getting a reading in the flue itself. Whereas with this atmospheric water heater there, we needed to get a reading, an undiluted reading down each side of the baffle line. It's actually taken a good while for this to start getting up to the stack temperature there on that. It just now passed 300, which is the lower limit on that. So I'm going to go ahead and probably give it another minute or so here before I worry about trying to take a reading on that. I'm going to see if it's going to go up any higher. And the stack temperature looks like it's fairly leveled off there. It just jumped to 314 from 312. But 316. And the CO is actually continuing to climb on this. I'm fluctuating around a little bit. Now it's coming back down some. So I'm at 82.2% efficiency. That's good. That's right at the kind of top level that I want to be at. This thing should never be above 83%. If you get above 83% efficiency in there, you could start getting condensation in your flue system. The CO, air freeze 241, CO as measured is 146. My stack temperature is 320, and my oxygen reading there is 8.3. So other than my CO being a little high on this here and everything, the readings they're all within spec, but I still don't like seeing that thing putting out that much CO. I'd like to see that CO a little bit lower on that. So right now I'm going to go turn this thermostat off. You know, a couple things there. As I'm doing my inspection on this furnace, you know, I'm going to be pulling my covers off, looking in here. So like I say, I'm producing CO, so I could start, you know, having some soot accumulate in here around these burners and everything. This here's actually looking pretty good right now. I'd also pull it off and check the blower there. I'm not doing that because the blower is running right now there and stuff. But by doing all that, I can see if I'm going to have to call for anything to be done on this, if I am. And, you know, I can have them go ahead and check this gas pressure on this appliance here. And that might possibly be able to take care of the CO. It could be something as simple as the gas pressure is not set exactly right on it. But again, I'm still within spec here according to our weatherization guidelines and NFPA 54, so if I wasn't going to call for anything else to be done to that furnace, I'd probably just let these readings go. Alright, and that's going to conclude this on combustion analysis.